Hello and welcome to Lancer Live Entertainment Network. We're your commentators for tonight. My name is Rowan Gohel.
My name is Brady Lang.
And we welcome you on this electric Friday evening as we kick off the WCAL season. The St. Francis Lancers from Mountain View take on the Bellarmine Bells from San Jose. The Lancers during their preseason finished 2-1, coming up with solid wins over Punt High School and Felix High School, with the only loss coming from De La Salle. Bellarmine's preseason ended with them going 0-3, having two big losses versus MA and Jesuit, and the Bells are hoping to turn their season around with a massive upset against the Lancers. Brady, how are the Lancers prepared for this game?
All right, so the pregame routine, Lancers pregame routine is a very collective and compatible experience. The second that school's out, everybody gets together, goes over to one of the place houses. They talk about the pregame here and get mentally ready for an intense game like this Bellarmine rivalry. Then they return to watch JV and see what the environment is like. They make sure that they are getting in that pregame meal. Let me tell you, you will never see this Lancer squad separate from each other. They're like a family. Then, as you would expect, they go over to a separate field where they can space and toss the ball around. Run some plays, practice punts, make sure they're not dropping into an important game like this.
The Rage Cage here is absolutely full right now. Recently, the St. Francis student section, called the Rage Cage, was mentioned in Mercury News for being one of the top student sections in the entire Bay Area. The Rage Cage is packed with eager Lancers ready to cheer on the Lancers football team. This home field advantage proves a major part in pushing these Lancers to victory, as in the 2021 season, this rowdy Rage Cage helped push the Lancers to beat De La Salle, breaking their 30-year undefeated record in Northern California.
You guys may be live at any point.
Currently, the Lancers and Bellarmine are doing the coin toss.
Okay.
Waiting for the results.
Okay.
And I can tell you, man, I've been in the Rage Cage before. It is an intense experience, and I genuinely think that this student section is one of the best in California. I mean, there's some competition out there, but there's nothing like the Rage Cage, man. All right, so we're going to talk about the history of the rivalry. Going into this rivalry, it's probably, I would say, I would probably say that it's the top rivalry in NorCal. This rivalry has dated back to the 1960s, and it's been about a 50-50 win rate ever since. In recent years, St. Francis has been leading the pack with about 65% win rate over the last 20 years against this team. Considering that Bellarmine is 0-3 and has conceded 110 points in 3 games, I'm going to be expecting that St. Francis will lead the pack tonight.
We are just about to start the kickoff.
Man, I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this game for the longest time. It's a great matchup.
Holy War is obviously one of the biggest games the Lancers will play all season in terms of just history and.
There are many. There are many like some of the players, their family members fly down for this game. This is a very intense game. People take it very seriously.
Yeah, over the years that Coach Calcagno has been here in office, obviously this rivalry has been very competitive. Bellarmine's had their fair stretch of games. Lancers recently and still trying to continue their streak.
Dominating. Let's go.
Yep.
All right, looks like we're about to be underway.
Looks like Bellarmine will kick us off to start.
All right, we're ready for our WCAL opener for the 2024 season. Good luck to both teams. Here we go.
Yeah. Interesting punt strategy so far.
Micah Robinson, the kicker for the Bells, ready to kick off the WCAL season here for the Lancers and the Bells. Keana Aina back there to return. He's alongside Perryon Williams. And we are underway here. And he'll land over to Keana Aina. He'll
Good
take
catch.
this out. And he'll be tackled just around the 26-yard line.
All right, I don't know why, but I have a feeling that the Lancers are going to come out and score this in one play. Just watch. Touchdown right here.
Aaron Knapp here.
I just have a feeling.
Aaron Knapp coming on. Obviously, the Lancers a run-heavy offense, utilizing the most out of Kingston Keanaina. Keanaina has over 68 carries throughout the season so far, and he's rushed for over 560 yards.
8.2 yards per carry. That's pretty impressive, if you ask me.
Here we go. Lancers to start us off. Line up in I formation.
Told you it'd be a pass. Let's see it.
Pass is thrown to James Jordan.
About 20-yard completion. 15-yard completion.
And the Lancers will move the chains on the first play of the game.
I've been listening for many of the players this week. It looks like they're going to be more of a passing offense this game so far.
Lancers ready to take the 1st and 10 here from their own 39.
Looking like it's going to be a run with Kingston Keanaina.
Lancers, they'll line
Perry
up.
on goes in motion.
Pistol formation. Run with Keanaina. He'll get around 6 or 7 yards. Second and 4 here. Obviously, Keanaina has had an extraordinary season so far.
And, I've been really excited to watch this matchup between Perry Williams and Nate Bateman. He's one of their best corners. He is going to be – we'll see if he can lock down Perry Williams this game.
Knapp drops back, looking for a pass. Throws it deep. It is
dropped. And there's a flag on the field.
Ball intended for Grant Regis.
Let's see what this flag will be on. Player down for Bellarmine.
Grant Regis has 2 catches and 13 yards and a touchdown this season so far. He was the intended receiver. Man down for the Bellarmine Bells.
Can't currently see his number, but we'll give you the updates.
Obviously, Kingston Keanaina has been the most pivotal player for the Lancers. Brady, what do you think about Kingston Keanaina's performance so far this season?
I mean, it's been great. I mean, here's last week against the Monte Vista Mustangs, the Bell defense allowed his 124 rushing yards, and he's been doing great this season. So I think he's going to absolutely abuse this defense this game. I mean, this team can truly rely on Kingston. Like, the average of 8.2 yards per carry, I mean, nobody has been able to stop it so far, unless if we count De La Salle last week. They had a pretty good rush defense. Let's see if Bellarmine has been watching film and taking notes from him.
St. Francis last 3 results. They played Helix High School down in San Diego, got a 35-14 win there. Then they played here at home, Kleinman's High School from Oakland. They won 34-14 with the Kingston Keanaina great game from him. And then a loss to De La Salle, 42-7. Lancers, 1st and 10 in the Bellarmine 40-yard line. They'll hand it off to Kingston Keanaina. Goes on the outside. And he gets some separation. He's still going. And he's pushed out of bounds inside the 20. Lancers already enter the red zone.
Coach Oconio said that he wants to exploit some of the flaws in the that Bellarmine has, like their run defense, and you can just see he just ran for about 15 yards. They're going to be doing that all game.
It'll be interesting to see how the Bellarmine Bells sort of combat this Lancers run game. Last year they had a very interesting strategy where it's almost like their whole D-line would just fall on the ground as soon as the ball was snapped to sort of block sort of any runs coming in through the middle.
It was an interesting strategy, yeah. I saw it in the film, and it looked interesting. It seemed to work. Their safeties would be guarding the outsides, and it would force Kingston to be able to have to run on the outside. He would just get folded. So let's see if they'll use the strategy today. Just watch. There's defensive tackles. Might just fall.
timeout called by the Lancers with just 2 minutes into the quarter. The Bellarmine Bells' last 3 results so far ended up with a 40-10 loss versus Menlo Atherton, and then they lost 46-7 versus Jesuit, and their most recent game was a 24-13 loss versus Monta Vista.
De La Salle last week dominated St. Francis with a commanding 42-7 victory, showcasing their powerful ground game, stand-up performances with Dominic Kelly, who rushed for 81 yards and 2 touchdowns. On the other side, St. Francis had bright spots despite the loss, particularly from Kingston Kayana'ina, who rushed for an impressive 114 yards. I mean, this just goes to show how you can always trust Kingston. I mean, you can just see he's been doing great so far. I'm excited to watch him this game.
The BYU commit, Kingston Kayana'ina, has had an incredible year. He's getting close to a couple school records in terms of rushing and even WCAL records. And he almost fits the Lancers system perfectly. Obviously, it's a run-heavy offense. They could give him the ball a lot. So the Lancers at the Bellarmine 23 line up in I formation. It's a pass.
Oh,
Aaron
looking for
Knapp.
Perrion.
He'll take it himself. Gets past the man, slides, and it looks like he'll be just shy of the first down.
And that's something you don't usually see from high school quarterbacks. You don't usually see them have the skill of sliding, but that's sort of what you start to see out of Aaron Knapp. He's been doing great. Let's see if he'll continue.
Aaron Knapp, not really much of a rushing quarterback. He's rushed the ball 5 times so far this season. His longest run so far was 12 yards. He also has a rushing touchdown as well. Here we go. Lancers on second down. They'll hand it off to Kayana'ina. Trying to get the outside.
Almost breaks the tackle. Gets about 3 yards.
Third down here. Kayana'ina, so in all 3 of his games so far, he's had 100+ rushing yard games. Has 6 touchdowns throughout the whole season. It's incredible how he's averaging 187 yards a game.
I mean, we are talking about Kingston Kayana'ina a lot, but we're forgetting to mention Perrion Williams. He's done great so far this season with 138 yards and 13.8 yards
Kayana'ina
average.
Runs it, gets the first down, inside the 10. If there was a fantasy football for the WCAL, Kingston Kayana'ina would be the #1 pick in almost every league.
Definitely. He would be averaging like 40 points per game. Ball's on the 8.
As you were saying about Perrion Williams, he's had so far a pretty good season. 2 touchdowns so far, each from fade routes from inside their own 10. 10 receptions so far this season with 138 yards. He's been a solid wide receiver 1 for the Lancers.
And it's looking like I think it'll be a good play to throw to him. That's what I was saying.
Throw to Perrion Williams. Tries to beat a man. Gets tackled inside the 5. Second and goal coming up. Flags on the play. It will be going against the Lancers.
It was holding. Back him about 10 yards.
Rage Cage today is all white. The theme was Ghostbusters today.
And now that we're up in the visitors press box, the Bellarmine student section has actually showed up, surprisingly.
Yeah, they've been pretty loud so far, cheering on this Bellarmine defense, hoping to try to stop the Lancers from scoring a touchdown on their first drive.
We'll see how the Lancers utilize their subs, because Bellarmine seems to have way less, and St. Francis has a lot of depth because there's a lot of football players on this team. A lot of talent.
Here you go. First and goal from the 18.
Perrion seems to be running a slant.
And Franzino drops back to throw it. He'll take it himself. Throws it.
Perfect
back
pass.
in the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. Grant Regelis. That's Grant Regelis' second touchdown of the season.
And the Rage Cage is just absolutely on fire right now. They seem to be having a great time. And I think we're going to see that plenty more this game.
That's great pocket awareness there from Aaron Knapp. And finds Grant Regelis at the end of the end zone.
Let's talk about that pass. That pass was literally perfect. It was right into his hands. He was on the route, on the run.
Plays it. The kicker here, Hunter Gossett.
And it's a fake.
They give it
He
to
runs it.
Carolina. He throws
Chucks it.
Oh, and it
it's
was
a little
overthrown. And the 2-point conversion has failed. They try to snap it directly to Carolina, who try to scramble out and throw a little lob pass.
All right, let's see what the Bellarmine offense has to offer. I'm interested to see how Luca Ballone does today. Number 0, he's a senior wide receiver. He runs slant often. He is Nick Weber's favorite QB target. He's averaging 6.5 yards per catch, which is decent. And that just proves how the Bellarmine likes the short pass game, constantly running slants.
Luca Bavone and Luke McNeil back to return for the Bellarmine Bells.
If St. Francis has been practicing this week and watching film, they'll probably notice of how much they run slants. So if they can practice to stopping that practice that defense, I think they'll have a good chance of winning today.
Andrew Macris here to kick off for the Lancers.
The running back, you would be surprised. He's a sophomore, 5'7", 180 pounds. Pretty small. He can squeeze between the tackles. I'm very interested to see if he can do that today.
The Lancers kick us off. And it'll go out for a touchback. Andrew Macris, the kicker, he's playing both special teams, defense, and offense. He's playing as a wide receiver, defensive back, and a kicker. Very versatile. That's something that we see in a lot of these St. Francis football players. They're always on both ends of the ball. They're always being versatile. They always have multiple jobs that they have to do.
I have a doubt that they're going to run it so much this game because they seemed all season to be a very pass-heavy offense.
Justin Donahue only has 44 carries throughout the whole season so far.
You know, I'm kind of curious why they don't use him much. I know he's not as big and tough, but he's small and he can squeeze between tackles. Oh, they take it.
They give it to Donahue, run for around 2 yards. Flag is thrown on the play.
I'm interested to see if that 2-point conversion will make an impact in this game because extra points can be such a big impact in such football games.
This will go against the Lancers.
We'll back them up.
Ball spotted just past the 35 and 36-yard line, first and 10 for the Bellarmine Bells.
I'm interested to see how Nicholas Weber will do today. He's thrown the ball 81 times so far this season in only 3 games. So we'll see. Bellarmine motions. He'll throw it quickly. It's a screenplay. And he will get close to the first down around 9 yards. Jackson Cahoon on the tackle.
And 2 for Bellarmine, first down.
Second and around 2 here.
2nd and 8. Sorry about that. Oh, 2.
Weber again completes
third down now, 3rd and 2 here for the Lancers. 6 minutes, or for the Bells. 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
I have a feeling that Justin Donahue is going to pick this up pretty easily. Run on first down. They get it.
And move the chain.
First and 10. This is quite entertaining, watching the Rage Cage and the Bellarmine student section just battle it out. Also, let's talk about this beautiful sunset. I mean, I appreciate these so much in life.
Here you go. Bellarmine, pistol formation. They give it to Donahue. Donahue is tackled. Great tackle there by number 57, Ofanatane. There'll be a loss of 2 there, 2nd and 12.
And it's definitely difficult to get past Ofanatane. It's like a brick wall. If you run into him, see him, make eye contact, you definitely know you're going to take him down.
Here we go. Weber.
He's got plenty of options.
And it's dropped there. It was intended for Michael Fox. Michael Fox is senior.
He's got few targets, but he tends to do very well on the catch. Gets about 10 yards per catch.
He has around 80 yards throughout the season. Let's see what the Bells will do here. 3rd and 12. Just
Michael Fox.
Midfield.
Michael Fox tends to run really short curls. Let's see if they'll do it here. I think it'll be a great option right now. 3rd and 12.
Here we go. He will try to throw it, and it's incomplete. Too far in front of Luca Bavone, and it'll be 4th down.
Intended for Luca Bavone. Incomplete.
Joe, Luca!
Situation for Bellarmine.
Fourth down here. Canaina back to return on the punt.
Joey Paulson, the shorthand for the Lancer receivers.
Coach Calcaño's game plan was to be grinding clock the entire game with Kingston Canaina.
And now Canaina has it. He'll try to go around the outside. Still going. Lots of green. Gets a block. Still going. And he's going to go all the way. Kingston Canaina.
No way.
Unbelievable touchdown. 80 yards there. Unbelievable. He ran across the field both ways.
And he just has incredible pace. You can see how fast he was. He had plenty of blockers, and you just know that's a great return.
Canaina, as he was running, pointed at different Bellarmine tacklers and had so many people to block them. That's just poor special teams there for the Bells. And the Lancers double their score.
This is not going great so far for the Bellarmine defense. They've so far let up 110 points, and this just adds 12 to that to make it 122.
Hunter Gossett here to kick the extra point. This time I don't think it's going to be a fake. Kick is up. Extra point is good. This will make the score 13-0 with 5 minutes left in the first quarter.
All right, and I'm going to have to tell you, the Bells are going to have to stop this offense. if they're going to have a chance of winning this game. Again, the Lancers average so many points per game. And considering with how, the Bellarmine defense hasn't been doing great so far. So I think it's going to be a high-scoring game for the Lancers.
Luke McNeil and Luca Bavone back to return for the Bellarmine Bells.
If I can tell you something, if Nick Weber gets one good connection, that could go for 40 yards even. Bellarmine really likes to play after the catch. Short slants. They're averaging about 10 yards after the catch.
Andrew Macris to kick us off after the Kingston Carolina 80-yard touchdown.
And I can't wait to watch him in college. I genuinely think he's going to be doing the same thing.
BYU absolutely does have a gem. Carolina is a BYU commit. And Macris is here to kick us off. And this will go into the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the question is, can Weber get some momentum here for the Bells before this game gets out of hand? Going back to that Carolina touchdown, we talked to Coach Calcagno yesterday, and he has a lot to say about him as a player. He said, quote, he's an amazing football player, and we really love handing the ball to him because good things happen. He's been breaking records. We gave it him 35 times, and we didn't even have a clue. It was just one of those in-the-flow game things. Coach Calcagno has a lot of trust in Kingston Carolina, and that touchdown there just proves why. Here's Weber, lining up a pistol to hand it off to Donahue. Donahue gets a few yards.
And with how long I've been watching football for, I genuinely appreciate the run offense. I think it's great. It works great. And I love seeing the Lancers abuse it.
Yeah, the St. Francis Lancers do get a lot of stick for having such a run-heavy offense. But at the end of the day, if you have a player like Carolina who can pull those 80-yard touchdowns almost every game, it almost makes sense that you're running the ball and giving him the ball.
Definitely.
Over 68 times over the past 3 games. Here's Weber. Fakes the toss.
Under pressure.
He's scrambling. He'll throw it. Almost picked off there. Threw it right at Sean Walsh. Sean Walsh nearly picked that off. Sean Walsh did have a pick 6 last game versus De La Salle. He took it 45 yards there. It's almost like Weber threw it right at him.
Yeah, definitely.
Sean Walsh has been very solid on the defensive end. Sean Walsh having
and this QB
total tackles. Yeah.
This QB tends to panic in the pocket, so there could be a couple picks today. I wouldn't be surprised. One just almost happened right there.
Weber.
Looks like an audible for Bellarmine.
Weber's a senior, 6'2". He'll snap it, throw it. Throws caught by number 82 there. Good tackle there, though.
It was a good throw, but they need to capitalize on that. Their whole strategy is yards after the catch.
Caught by Dominic Vaccaro.
And that's another 3 and out. Defense for the Lancers has been playing great so far.
4th and 6 at the Bellarmine's own 24, and they will punt this away.
The Lancers are going to be in great field position. This game could be a 20-0 game in the first quarter.
Carolina's back there to take this again. And this time, flag is thrown, but he'll be tackled there. There will not be another Carolina punt return touchdown. Tackle made there by number 14, Brady Kirk.
He's also the tight end, just to mention. That was actually a very good tackle. He wrapped him up, made sure he couldn't get anywhere. Close to breaking the tackle.
Lancers will have good field position. They'll start at around the midfield, around the 50.
Rage cage. Very loud right now. Love to see it.
Just 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Carolina back there. They fake it to him.
He's got options.
Snap. Throws it, it's incomplete.
Nearly a pick, by the way.
Pass intended for Jordan, incomplete. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 there. Lancers already trying to, obviously, you could see that they're trying to throw the ball more. Flag on the play, though. This will bring the Lancers back.
Considering that's the first quarter, I mean, if the Lancers keep this up, it could be 20-0 in the first quarter. I would actually like to see some of the bench players get some action today. I've seen a lot of potential from watching film, and this team just has so much potential, and I think they'll do great next year as well.
Here we go, the Lancers lining up in I formation. They'll fake again to Carolina. Franzino in the backfield.
He's got time.
Lots of time. He's going to take it himself, and he'll get around 5 or 6.
Do you know who Aaron Knapp reminds me of? He reminds me a little bit of Purdy. He's very smart, doesn't throw many picks, and he makes the right decision when he's under pressure.
He had a lot of time there. That's a great job there by the O-line.
All right. 3rd down. I would like to see a pass here to Perrion Williams. He's got great potential, but I gotta be honest, I don't think the Lancers use him quite enough.
We were talking with Coach Calcagno yesterday. He said he plans on getting a lot of more wide receivers more involved in the game, and especially Perrion Williams, their wide receiver 1, someone who's had 2 touchdowns already this season. They motion to Carolina. They'll pass it inside. Joey Paulson has so much room to run, and he'll get inside the 10.
Did you see the pace there on Joey Paulson? Insanely fast there. They couldn't keep up with him.
That's a great play design there by the Lancers, and that just moves the chains again. These Bellarmine Bells defense just cannot seem to maintain all the weapons that the Lancers have. Inside, and just took it, found a big hole. 1st and goal on the 7-yard line. And it's another 3rd down conversion that the Lancers are able to get. Here we go on 1st and goal.
I've seen this play last week. Looks like they're going to throw to Perrion Williams.
And they do!
Touchdown.
Perrion Williams. Another touchdown for the Lancers. He immediately got separation right off the snap. And that's an absolute dot there by Aaron
And also
Knapp.
great route from Perrion Williams.
Yeah.
That was perfect.
You called it, Brady.
Oh, flag on the field.
This will negate the touchdown and will push the Lancers back.
I like that play, though. I saw it last week. Just looks like a simple slant. You can count on Perrion Williams to get open.
We saw that play in both the Helix game and the McClymonds game where the Lancers would be inside the 10 and they would just throw a fade route or some sort of slant route in to Perrion Williams, and he's so good at that route. Haven't seen him drop any of those yet.
Yeah, he doesn't drop the ball much, does he?
Very efficient player. And it's good to see that Coach Calcagno is trying to get him integrated more.
Grant Regella seems to be the intended receiver here. That's where you run it with Kingston Carolina. Looks like we're going to do that.
Short gain. There will be 2nd and goal from around the 16-yard line.
It's about a 2-yard gain.
Clock's running as we enter 2 minutes and 30 seconds left of the first quarter.
Again, we heard from Coach Calcagno. His plan was to be grinding clock all game.
Here we go, 2nd and 16 to the end zone.
Got 2 receivers, 2 great options right here. I would love to see him throw it.
They do.
And he's open.
Incomplete. Now, intended receiver was number 47.
That's from Knapp intended. Number 47. Incomplete. Get John out of there!
And again, Lancers have come up with some interesting plays. I like to see it. Definitely not what Bellarmine was expecting.
Here we go here. 3rd and goal.
Minute 55 to go. Ball's on the 16. 3rd down.
Can the Lancers?
If they don't get this, a field goal would very well suffice here. 3 points, 16-0.
Franzino. Heavy pressure. Great catch there by Joey Paulson. And he fights his way to the 3-yard line. That's a great play by Joey Paulson. So close to another touchdown.
You see the agility on him? The way he was able to dodge that defender? He was able to get about 6 more yards there from that little step.
That was a heavy blitz there by the Bells. Good job by Aaron Knapp to just get that ball out immediately.
And if you continue watching the Bells defense, you can notice that they are a very blitz-heavy defense.
Looks like the Lancers will go for it here on 4th and goal. We like to see the Lancers taking these risks. It's only the first quarter. Lancers in I formation.
Toss to Perrion, and they do the same route. It is perfect. You can count on him to get open every time on that play.
They run a similar play like they did earlier, and it's on the money. Perrion Williams makes this a 3-score game already with a minute left in the first quarter. This offense has been explosive here tonight, showing no mercy to the Bells. And this is something we have not seen from the Lancers. A lot of passes. I think every play during that first and goal sort of stint was a pass play.
There was about one play from Kingston Carolina, but I like to see that because we have a lot of potential from receivers on the Lancers.
6 straight passing plays there on that drive, which is not something we see from the Lancers. And that worked, as it's now 20-0 as Hunter Gossett converts that extra point.
You want to know a player that you might want to watch today? Player on the defense for Bellarmine, number 88, Charles Swall, defensive line. He's their number one D-line, or the number one D-line problem for the Lancers. He's very good, and his dad played for Cal, so he's got some potential.
He's got a lot of football in his genes, obviously, having his dad played at Cal and was also on the coaching staff for Bellarmine. Andrew Macris to kick us off here. Luca Bavone and Luke McNeil back to return. Past 2 kickoffs from Macris has gone out for a touchback. And this will go, and it'll be taken out. Luca Bavone, he's going to try to get the outside. Finds a pocket, but won't get very far as he'll get tackled at the 21-yard line.
Nearly broke through. He's slipping like butter. Right through the tackles.
I think somebody that we need to heavily recognize on the St. Francis defense is Jackson Cahoon. He's averaging 9.3 tackles a game.
That's crazy.
So far, he's had 28 total tackles, 11 solo tackles, and 17 assisted tackles. He's been so efficient on the defensive end. Someone you can rely on.
All right, 1st and 10 for Bellarmine.
Here's Weber. He'll hand it off. Fakes the hand. Almost picked off there. So close to being picked off.
Nearly picked by Max Haberlash. Number 17.
Here we go. Another scare for the Bells. Here we go. Hand off to Donahue. Donahue does find a hole, and you'll get a decent amount of yardage. It'll still be third down, though.
Last Friday against Monte Vista, the Bellarmine played them, and their key performance was from Weber. He had 172 passing yards with 2 touchdowns. Doesn't seem to be continuing this game. I would like to see some more action from the Bellarmine offense.
Justin Donahue has had 44 carries, 143 yards, and a touchdown so far this season. He averages 47.7 yards per game.
It's a big third down for Bellarmine. I cannot emphasize how much they need this right now. 20-0 first quarter. Not a second. They don't get it off. And we go into the second quarter. What a first quarter from the Lancers.
And we are going to send it over to the sideline.
Welcome down to the sideline. This has been an absolutely spectacular night. Both sides have done incredibly well at managing their offense and defense. However, the Lancers have managed to make some decent breakaways, getting the score up to 20-0 to the Lancers. Thank you.
Last Friday, the De La Salle Spartans beat the St. Francis Lancers with a commanding 42-7 victory. This was through their powerful ground game and through standout performances from Dominic Kelly, who rushed for 81 yards and 2 touchdowns, and Toa Faive, who added 62 yards and 2 touchdowns as well. The Lancers led up 392 rushing yards, which was something that we talked about to Coach Calcagno about how they were going to solve this today, obviously with the running back Donahue, young sophomore, 5'7", small. It's not as efficient as obviously as De La Salle's run game, but obviously that's something that they had to fix going into this WCAL season. However, on the other side, the St. Francis did have some bright spots despite the loss from Kingston Canine and his performances.
This has been a great bounce back from the Lancers from last week. Their offense has looked perfect this week. Literally perfectly how they've drawn it up. Not as much rushing, but great passing game from Aaron Knapp.
Here we go, 3rd and 6 here to start off the second quarter. Lancers up 20-0.
Defense playing great right now.
Weber drops back, looks to throw, and it's off. And it'll be another 3 and out for the Bellarmine Bells.
The coverage this game has been great so far. Considering with how good the wide receivers are for Bellarmine, it's been great.
Canine back there to return this kick.
Let's see if we can do it again. Excited to watch this.
This will land short of Canine, and he'll let it go. And he'll pick it up, actually. Kingston's going around the outside. Still going. Is he going to go all the way? He will!
He does it again! A Kingston K on a touchdown! I can't believe it! What a game from him he's having so far.
Marshawn Lynch weeps in the presence of Kingston Carolina.
Special teams for Bellarmine. He really needs to step this up. They've let in 2 touchdowns so far. That is really not good.
Unbelievable performance so far from Carolina. We're not even giving him the ball that much, and he's still being so efficient on these punt returns, already scoring 2 touchdowns.
That was nearly a trick play because he looked like he was going to let the ball bounce and let the Bellarmine pick it up. Picked it up last second. He ran for a touchdown.
The Bellarmine Bells not able to control the outside as Kingston Carolina just kind of runs around him. And Hunter Gossett here to kick the extra point to hopefully make this 27-0 as there's only been 30 seconds in the second quarter.
There are many colleges that are bummed they didn't offer Kingston Carolina because he is doing great right now.
The Lancers absolutely dominating so far. Canine has been very big on special teams. Aaron Knapp had to throw the ball a lot more than he does usually so far. Already scored a touchdown from Perrion.
And again, the St. Francis defense holding them to 0 points so far. We're talking a lot about the offense, but don't forget about the defense. Great game from them.
Here we go, Andrew Macris to kick us off for the 4th time today.
I'm actually interested if we're going to see some backup players play today. I'd like to see how our team will be looking for next year.
Luca Bavone and Luke McNeil back there to return for the Bellarmine Bells. And here we go. Kick is up. Ball's going to be returned there. Luca Bavone does break a tackle. He'll get past the 20. He'll be tackled at the 21.
Aaron Knapp's a senior, so we'll lose him next year. I would love to see Andrew Franzino come in today. He seems to have a lot of potential. I'm excited to watch him play.
Bellarmine's preseason so far was nothing short of just disappointing. The Bells led up 110 points across a 3-game stretch, losing to MA, Jesuit, and Monte Vista. Weber, however, has been pretty decent so far. He's done for 391 yards so far with 50 completions. He's a quarterback with a lot of potential, and he has the skills to be influential in this game. They just need some momentum here.
Watch for the QB scramble on this play. Coach Calcagno said he was worried about it. Looks like it was an RPO.
Here's Donahue. Flag is thrown. Donahue will go nowhere. Loss of a couple yards. See what the flag is.
Flag on the field.
Looks like this flag will go. See, I'm not sure. Referee's still discussing. It will go against Bellarmine. And this will send them back.
Again, their QB is very mobile. I really want to see him scramble here. Nick Weber, senior, 6'2", 195 pounds. I would suggest that he would be hard to take down. Looks like Justin Donahue might be running it here.
Here we go. Donahue trying to go on the outside.
It's taken down.
As adding on to what you're saying about Weber trying to scramble more and run the ball more. So far this season, he ran the ball 9 times for around 21 yards. His longest rush so far this season is 13 yards.
That was a great tackle from Jackson Cahoon. He was able to wrap him up on the play.
2nd and long here, 2nd and 17. The Bells at their own 15-yard line. Ball is handed off to Donahue. He'll get a decent amount of yards, and it will be 3rd down.
Justin Donahue actually intercepted the snap there. Took it right off the QB and decided to run it.
Snap was a little off.
I would say it worked.
Man down for the Bellarmine Bells.
You hate to see it. High school football injuries are really rough. I hate to see them especially because kids are so young. You don't want them getting hurt.
Going over to talk about Aaron Knapp. Obviously a key player in today's game is starting quarterback for St. Francis and Aaron Knapp. Knapp has had a few monster games so far, especially against McClymonds, against Helix. Hasn't had to throw the ball as much as he is this game, but he's been very, very proficient. In November of his freshman year, he was diagnosed with lymphoma, and he had nothing but determination to get back onto the field. He said he wasn't too worried about it because he had his friends and family praying for him. He spent 9 weeks under chemotherapy, which is incredibly hard to get through, and in the end, he fought through it And on April 19th, he was cancer-free, and he was ready to get back onto that field. And so far, he's been amazing for the Lancers, and he threw for over 1,300 yards last year and continues this hot streak. Here we go, the Bellarmine Bells ready to do 3rd and 8 here. 10 minutes left in the second quarter. Game is slowly getting out of hand.
I can tell that the Bellarmine defense has been practicing stopping the run, and they definitely didn't expect us to be throwing this much. It's probably why we're up 27-0. Let's see if they can bounce back.
Bells line up in pistol.
3rd and 8.
They'll throw it. It is incomplete, and that will be another 3 and out for the Bells.
That was great coverage from Max Haberlack on that play. Forced the drop.
Intended receiver there was Michael Fox.
Kingston Ina. Run us back another one right now. Just watch.
Ina deadly on these punt returns. Can you make it a hat trick of touchdowns from punt returns?
That would be insane.
That might be a record. I don't know what the record is, but that might be a record. Here we go. Punt is up.
The snap wasn't very great.
Looks like he's going to punt it out of bounds. Don't want to take any chances with another run from Kingston. Ina, who's already scored 2 touchdowns from punt returns. One was an 80-yard punt return. Another one was around a 55-yard punt
I couldn't
return.
say I blame him at all. Bellarmine's begging for mercy from Kingston Ina. St. Francis offense back on the field. We're not quite seeing the backups yet out, even though we're up 27.
Still early.
Still very early. You're right.
A big defensive player for the Bellarmine Bells so far has been number 6, Henry Clark. Throughout the season, actually, he's been very efficient. He has had 22 tackles. Sort of a DN there. Here we go, Lancers in the I formation.
Throws it.
Ball is caught by James Jordan. Gets the first down. Still pushing his way. And he'll go inside the 25.
Those were great yards off the catch.
There's a flag on the play.
Lancers really like to adapt and make changes based on the Bellarmine defense. Seems like they haven't had to this game.
Looks like the flag will cancel out that play and will bring the Lancers back.
This is just an opportunity to make a great long pass. I'd love to see that.
It's a legal motion there. And this will bring the Lancers back around 5 yards. They'll replay first down.
I don't know why, but right now I'm feeling a corner route. That's what I'm predicting. I have a feeling it's going to go to Joey Paulson unless they run it.
Here we go, the Lancers lining up in I formation. They'll hand it off. Not Ina. This is going to be the backup running back there. Number 24, Loa Tuilela.
I like how we're bringing in the backups. Giving Kingston on a break, even though I wouldn't say he needs one. It's had such a big impact this game.
Loa so far this season has had 9 carries for 26 yards. Loa has been sort of the backup running back, learning from the sideline from Ina's sort of game. And now he's finally got the chance against Bellarmine in the Holy War game. Hopefully to get some reps.
I want to see a ball thrown to Gerlis. Looks ready for a catch.
They're going to hand it off to Loa again. He'll try to get the outside. Breaks a few tackles. Still going. He'll be tackled there. Big hit there. And a flag is thrown.
Most likely going to be unnecessary roughness on the defense.
This will most likely go against Bellarmine after that big hit.
Tackle was quite aggressive.
Flag was thrown almost immediately after that hit.
Me personally, I saw a clean tackle, but It could have been something else. It's definitely a rough tackle.
Lowe will head over to the sideline. Number 35, Noah Ramirez, comes in. It'll be a face mask against the Bells.
Backs him up 15 yards.
This game is already getting way out of hand as the Lancers will have the ball at the 20-yard line. 8 minutes to go in this first half.
We might be seeing a 34-0 first half
And
from the
maybe
Lancers.
more. At this rate, maybe more. Here we go, Lancers. Motion, Joey Paulson, toss to Noah Ramirez. Finds a hole, still going. We'll get around 6 yards.
Offensive coordinator for the Lancers are doing great so far. Love to see it.
It's good to see Coach Calcano putting in Noah Ramirez and Loa, sort of getting them some good reps. We don't need to play Kingston Canina. This game is far out of hand already.
Ball's on the 14. 2nd and 4.
Rage Cage has been rowdy here tonight as they're hoping that the Lancers can convert another touchdown.
Perry Williams is not on the field.
They give it to Loa again. Lowe pushing his way for a first down.
Love to see Coach Calcano putting in the backups, giving them some reps. There are many kids that play high school football and they wait for a chance to get on the field. Love that they're getting that tonight.
Over 80 kids on the Lancer football team. It's good to see them all getting in good reps.
80's a lot. I
it
never
is
knew
a lot.
that.
First and goal here. The 5-yard line.
I'm surprised that De La Salle was able to stop this last week. This defense looks perfect. Looks like it's going to be another touchdown for the St. Francis Lancers.
First touchdown of the season for Loa Tuilea. And this will make this a 5-score game.
Bellarmine's going to have to do some real work in the second half. They'll have a chance of winning this game. Flag is waving way high to the St. Francis Lancers.
That's great to see Loa getting his first touchdown of the season.
Rage Cage seems to be pretty happy. I would be happy if I was in there. I'll tell you something.
Absolutely. 5 touchdowns already with still 6 minutes and 47 seconds left in the second quarter. Hunter Gossett here to kick up the PAT. And it's good.
Solid snap, solid hold, great kick.
Hunter Gossett's been very, very, very good for the Lancers. Special teams only missed 1 extra point so far this season, and he's had to kick a lot of extra points, especially today.
There's still 6 minutes and 47 seconds to go. Love to see a 41-0 half from the Lancers.
The first touchdown was not a missed PAT. This was a fake Kingston Canina try to run and lob it over, but it was incomplete.
I'm quite excited to watch this second half. There could be some interesting plays that we've been planning to play, but
we could see a lot of new faces.
Definitely.
I'm excited. Yep. Here we go, Andrew Macris to kick us off for the 5th time today.
And I'm quite excited because your announcers, Brady and Rohan, were juniors, so we would love to see our fellow classmates get a chance to play.
Yep, 100%. Luca Pavone and Luke McNeil back to return this kick.
I'm feeling it's going to be a solid kick.
And this will go to the end zone for a touchback.
Good touchback. First and 10 for the Bells. Their 20-yard line.
That kick was actually kicked there by Brandon Angulo, varsity soccer player.
Man, he's got a leg and a half. I would say, was it every kick today? It's been a touchback?
No, they had one
return.
One return from Luca Bavone, or 2 returns from Luca Bavone, which did not get very far, only to the 20-yard line.
Still, he's got a hell of a leg. And he can go very far.
Here's Weber.
See if they can generate something on this offense.
They'll hand it off.
He's getting some yards.
Good hit. Ball is out. And it looks like it's recovered by the Bellarmine Bells.
Man, I will tell you, the sophomore Justin Donahue got laid out right there. That would not feel good.
Justin Donahue's only a sophomore, very young, and he's already the starting quarterback or running back for the Bells. He is somebody who you would expect to have very, very efficient games going as he gets older throughout the years. It's very rare we see a sophomore running back who's starting.
A play that I would suggest for the Bellarmine Bells is a play sort of what you see out of the Chiefs, a toss around the back and run from Donahue. He can have a lot of pace, and he can very well abuse that.
Donahue does get the first down there. First down in a while for the Bells.
Adding on to that, I would very much compare him to Xavier Worley. He's incredibly fast, and if he gets through, he's gone.
Justin Donahue going into this game averaged around 3.3 yards per run and 15 touches per game.
He's definitely getting more action today.
His longest run so far this season has been 19 yards. Here's Weber on 1st and 10. Fake to Donahue. Ball is passed out there. And it'll be tackled there. Ball is caught by number 2 Michael Fox, the senior, 145 pounds. Kaimani Keanaaina with the tackle there on defense. Kaimani Keanaaina has been very, very good on defense, averaging 7.3 tackles a game, having 22 tackles so far this season, not including this game. Here we go. Loss of 2 there. 2nd and 12. Less than 5 minutes to go here. They'll hand it off to Donahue. Donahue is stopped by the wall. Somehow finds a way to wiggle to get some yards.
The most points ever scored by St. Francis against Bellarmine is 44 points in 2021 season. I genuinely think they're going to beat that record today. Love to see it. Again, this history. It's an intense matchup. Love to see some action from the Bellarmine offense today.
Weber looking to convert this 3rd and 5 here. In motion. He's rolling out. Big sack there. Great play there. Their tackle made by number 13, Kaimani Keanaaina. And that will force a 4th down and another punt for the Bellarmine Bells.
That was a perfectly drawn up play by the defensive coordinator. He knew exactly what their plan was. Now the ball is going to be handed back to the Lancers. I would suggest that they may be putting it out of bounds. Kingston Keanaaina is going to run it back if he gets the ball on his hands.
So far he's 2 for 3, which is not something you see at all. You rarely see that in games in general, having Keanaaina have 2 for 3. Ball, it's a poor snap as it bounced on the ground.
Looks like he might get his hands on it. I would suggest that Bellarmine picks it up.
And Keanaaina will leave this and let the Bellarmine Bells touch it so that the ball will be spotted at the 31-yard line.
Keanaaina with a little bit of a taunt there. He was going to go pick it up, run through the pile.
That was an interesting snap there, bounce on the ground. Maybe that kind of sort of influenced the way the ball was punted.
Andrew Franzino out on the play. It's exactly what I wanted to see.
Here we go. Back up quarterback here. Andrew Franzino. Somebody who we will plan to see more and more.
And this kid,
he does
so much work outside of the field. Like, I am genuinely in math class sometimes, and I look at his iPad. He sits right next to me. He's always watching film, taking notes.
Here we
He
go.
wants to do good on this team. Great
Franzino
handoff.
hands it off to Loa. Tuilela finds a hole, gets the first down.
The Lancers' run offense is perfect today.
He is very close to the first down, actually. He'll be short by about a yard. Second down.
I mean, this is just an estimate, but it's averaging. I guess we're averaging probably about 8 yards per carry today. Looks great.
The Bellarmine Bells have struggled on defending this run game from not only just Kingston Carolina, but just Loa, Tuilela, and also Noah Ramirez, who's also had a couple snaps so far.
This was mostly expected because the Bellarmine defense is very weak on the run defense.
Here you go, Franzino will look to throw it,
Great pass.
and he's tackled there. Ball is caught by number 80, Aaron Bonini.
Andrew Franzino got that ball out quick. It's exactly what you like to see out of quarterback. Smart. Get the ball to his receivers. Did his job.
Those quick throws right there are really good for him to build up his confidence, especially since he has a big job to do next year, assuming that he is the starting quarterback for the Lancers after Knapp does go to college.
You could see an interesting play here. He went to go talk to the offensive coordinator. Keeps looking over.
The Bells against Monte Vista let in 124 rushing yards. Ball is tossed over to Loa, and you'll get another 5 or 6 yards. Just powering his way through.
I tell you, man, Bellarmine defense needs to stop this right now.
Bellarmine letting Julian McMahon from Monte Vista have 124 rushing yards. Last game on 26 carries, averaging around 5 yards a carry. This game, it's a lot different. We've seen a lot more proficient from the running game and a lot of holes where these running backs can run into. And we've seen that from many of our players, not just Carolina, who's the star on this team. Franzino drops back to pass. He'll look to throw it. Great pass there. Big hit on Joey Paulson, but he seems to be fine. Great throw there by Franzino to move the chains.
Franzino is, so far, 100% completion rate. He's been doing great. This is exactly what I wanted to see from him today. See if he can continue it. I mean, I would honestly right now, I would hand this off. Oh, wait, second quarter, 33 seconds left. Never mind.
Let's see if they'll go in, try to get a touchdown before the end of the half. Franzino
That's
gets
back.
a throw. Lots of pressure, gets hit big. That's a good hit there from the Bells. Looks like that tackle was made by Luke McNeil, who plays on both ends of the field.
Great job, Andrew Franzino, holding on to the ball there, because that was a very intense tackle.
Franzino not able to read the blitz as he was hit hard.
Andrew,
Luckily, he looks he's okay, and that will lead us to halftime.
Andrew should not be worrying about that. He was doing great. Great first half from the Lancers, currently 34-0.
Touchdowns here so far by Loa. 2 touchdowns by Kingston Carolina. Touchdown by Perrion Williams, and a touchdown by James Jordan. 4 different scores here tonight only in this first half.
All right. Welcome back to the halftime show, and today we've got an interesting segment. We're gonna play some Wavelength. If I had to describe Wavelength, this is a game where you have someone think of a number, then you give them a certain category, or the other person gives them a category, and then, for example, Rohan might have me say candy, and I'll be thinking of a number. I'll say Reese's, and he'll have to try to guess the number. So, Rohan, you want to start playing?
Yeah, okay. Give me a St. Francis football player.
With the number that I'm thinking, I'm going to go with Kingston Carolina.
I think the answer is 10. I don't need any more questions.
All right, yeah, you got it.
Kingston Carolina has been so efficient this game so far. He hasn't really gotten the ball much in terms of the run game, but he's had 2 punt return touchdowns, one for 80 yards and one for 55 yards. You rarely see a punt return touchdown throughout a team season. He has 2 today. The BYU commit continues to impress and continues to be big for the Lancers here.
All right, now we're going to see the Lancers Palm Squad come out and do a performance. And that will close up this half.
We'll be back for the second half.
14 minutes. See you guys later.
Welcome back down to the sideline. I'm Jacob.
And I'm Eric Fernandez.
This has been a great game. The Lancers and the Bells defense have done spectacularly. However, the Lancers have proven superior, managing to completely lock the Bells out of any points this half.
Going into this game, we knew it was a physical battle, but the Lancers have come out on top, making sure to get any gap for Kingston Carolina to run into and score.
Back up to you in the box.
And color guard cheering Palm Squads.
I got this.
You're on.
Welcome back to Lance Live Entertainment Network for the second half. The St. Francis Lancers are up 34-0 after 2 touchdowns there by Kingston Carolina after punt returns. Another touchdown by James Jordan, tight end. Touchdown by Perrion Williams and a touchdown by backup running back Loa Tuilela. Excited to kick us off here for the second half.
Let's talk about the Bellarmine offense game. This offense has been overall in the season, it's been a pass-heavy offense. The QB is quite mobile, yet we have not seen any scrambles from him today. Coach Colcano said that he's worried about him running the ball and hurting them with it. The Lancers defense, they're going to be working him to keep him in the pocket. They've been doing it so well. This game. He has does he have any rushing yards right now?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure, but I don't think he does. Their offense is very stoppable if the QB's eyes are watched, and I have a feeling that they're going to keep doing that.
Here we go. We're ready to kick off. Luca Bavone and Luke McNeil back to return. Looks like this kick is going to be made by Andrew Macris. This will be caught by Luke McNeil.
Going to take it out. Nearly wrapped up.
Flag on the play, very late flag. This might be against the Lancers.
Excited to watch this next half of football. 34-0. Let's see if they can break some records tonight with this high-scoring offense.
This looks like it will go against the Lancers, which will give Bellarmine slight advantage on their field position. Weber hopefully trying to turn this game around as he enters the field for the second half. Motions. Quick pass out. Ball is dropped.
You need to be catching that. There's no excuse there. You should be catching that no matter what.
That was good pressure there by number 17, Max Aberlax. Second and 10 here.
Again, the Rage Cage never decides to give up. Still very full. We're doing a light show currently. If they can get it started.
Here we go on second and 10. Weber. Line up in the shotgun. He'll snap it. Ball intended for Donahue.
The Bellarmine offense has just not been able to get through this brick wall of the St. Francis Lancers defense so far.
And it'll be third and 10.
Interested to see if they'll keep them to minimize number of points. Question, do you guys think they'll score more than 7 points this half? Let's see.
We'll see. They'll need to change a lot of stuff in terms of their game. Here we go, third and 10 here. Third and 11. Weber drops back to pass. Lots of pressure. Hit as he throws, and it'll be incomplete. And it'll be a 3 and out, and the Lancers will get the ball.
Been constant 3 and outs today. Bellarmine can just not get anything moving. Will we see a 41-0 in the third quarter?
Going back to the St. Francis's first half performance, can we talk about how efficient they've been, not just relying on the run game, but also being super effective on the pass game as well?
Yeah, definitely. Aaron Knapp did a great job. Perrion Williams, make sure he's getting his catches, not dropping it at all. Done a great job, all wide receivers. Whole offense has been playing great today. And let's not forget about the defense. Defense held them to 0 points so far. Really hasn't been a good day for the Bellarmine.
Punt is a good punt there. I'll enter the 20.
Dominic Oesa Steps out on the field. He was going to return that punt. Bummed he couldn't pick it up.
Dom Oesa. He's a junior, 5'8", 150 pounds.
To be very quick and mobile.
Here we go, the Lancers entering the field. Franzino stays. Looks like Aaron Knapp will take a break. Probably won't come in for the rest of this game unless something changes for the Bellarmine offense and defense. Franzino so far has been pretty good. He's had 2 completions so far. One to Joey Paulson, one to Aaron Bonini.
I'm interested. I want to watch some more of this football. This football's been great.
Absolutely. They'll hand it off to Loa. Loa gets hit. Won't get much. We'll lose a yard or 2.
We'll most likely throw it on this next play. 2nd and 10.
Loa scoring his first touchdown of the season earlier today to make it from 27-0 to 34-0. Here we go, 2nd and 12. Benzino running back into the huddle.
I'm curious to see what the week off will be like for the Bellarmine. It's going to be a rough week for them, if I had to say anything.
Some of the key Bellarmine defensive players. Charles Swall, 17 tackles throughout the season before this. His dad played at Cal. Here's Franzino looking to throw deep. He's got a man. And it is a flag at the very end.
Most likely pass interference. I saw the tackle slightly before the catch. That's what I would say it is. Is the ball placed in the spot of the foul?
I do believe so, and it will be against the Bells. It is a pass interference against Bellarmine. That's a very, very interesting play, seeing Franzino sending.
I like to see it. He drew the flag. Bellarmine seems to be a bit agitated. Needs to keep their composure.
It will be a 10-yard penalty. First down. 1st and 10.
St. Francis Lancers' morale is incredibly high right now, considering that the backups are on the field in the 3rd quarter with 9 minutes left.
Here we go. Lancers lining up in their favorite formation, the I formation. We'll hand it off to Loa. We will get 3 or 4 yards.
Again, the run defense is just crazy for St. Francis Lancers. Today, either passing it or running it is doing great today.
Women's varsity tennis plays at Archbishop Mitty High School next Tuesday at 3:30 p.m. St. Francis, come out and support your fellow Lancers.
If you want to, bring a camera. Be great. Great photography.
Something that the St. Francis has been, media has been really been pushing. Getting a lot more videos, a lot more photos out.
I love being in the press box, but tonight had to be a lot. Tonight's probably a lot of fun for the photographers.
Loa trying to get the outside. Good tackle there. It will be 3rd down. No gain on the play.
What I was saying, it's probably a lot of fun for the photographers because they're getting some great shots tonight. It's been a lot of action, especially on offense for the Lancers. These students are going to have a lot to show their friends. People love it.
Kayana Aina's first punt return touchdown earlier today was 79 yards, which is the 3rd longest punt return in St. Francis history. Kingston Kayana Aina also had another punt return touchdown for around 35 or 55 yards, sorry. Here we go. Franzino, look at it, throw, deep shot, and it's caught. Unbelievable, and it'll be another touchdown. This time it's caught by number 18, Grant Regelis.
Perfect pass from Andrew Franzino. That pass was genuinely perfect. Placed perfectly, hit his chest. Exactly what you want to see from the young quarterback.
Unbelievable. Andrew Franzino, the backup quarterback, throws his first touchdown for the Lancers.
This genuinely gets me hyped for next season.
knowing that we have a reliable quarterback, and it will be a lot of fun to watch him going forward.
That is a great throw. Grant Regelis had a brilliant route, just getting the separation, landing perfectly. Hunter Gossett to kick this P8 deep. He's been perfect so far.
Great route, by the way. Exactly how you draw it up.
Is this just sort of a taste of what we will see in Andrew Franzino next year as a starting varsity quarterback? Kick is good.
And it is 41-0. Really rough night for Bellarmine. Looking like St. Francis is going to set some records.
And now it is 8-7 score game.
Just watching this offense, it's been
Or a
perfect
six-score
today.
game.
I'm just genuinely curious where this was last week against De La Salle.
I mean, obviously, De La Salle and Bellarmine are having very different seasons.
That's true.
De La Salle, when the Lancers played De La Salle, they did have a lot of players having dominant performances, such as Dominic Kelly, who had 81 yards and 2 touchdowns.
They would be doing great on offense. They couldn't capitalize.
I think something that we've seen is obviously the Lancers have much improved on their rush defense. Obviously, last game they allowed over 390 rushing yards against the De La Salle Spartans, but now it's almost like the Bellarmine Bells have had nothing on offense.
Definitely.
Here we go, back to kick. Looks like
All
the
right.
kicker here is going to be number 87, Aaron Wong.
Let's watch some offense for the Bellarmine.
Aaron Wong has been a goalkeeper for almost his whole high school career. Played for the varsity soccer team as well. Good kick. Looks like it's going to be taken out. Luke McNeil. Good tackling. And he will not get past the 15-yard line. And Bellarmine will start with poor field position.
I can genuinely say that the morale at the Lancer on the campus at St. Francis High School will be very high on Monday. People getting back to work, but at least they'll be happy from like a 50-point game. We're setting records. This is a great night.
I agree. This would be a great start so far to the WCAL season. St. Francis next Friday will play versus Midi at 7 p.m. That should be a very interesting game.
Yeah. Much closer as well.
Yeah, and obviously Midi, the Lancers have had a lot of history with them for the past couple years. Obviously with that playoff game that happened a couple years ago, Donahue with a run gets around 4 or 5. Obviously with that playoff game that they had 2 years ago, ended in a heartbreaking fashion for the Lancers.
You can hear the Rage Cage shouting, "This is our house." That has definitely been true tonight. They have the right to say that if I had to say something.
100%.
It's hard to see because I love this this rivalry. It's been great over the since dating back to like the 1960s. I love seeing the close games, but this one just has not been great to watch, especially if you're a Bell.
When this series first started, the Bellarmine Bells actually won the first 9 matchups versus the St. Francis Lancers.
Recently, the Lancers have been carrying probably about 60% win rate over the.
Ball is passed out to
Over the
Luca
Bells.
Bavone
Just can't get anywhere.
and will not get the first down and will lose yardage. Be third down.
Loss of a yard on the play. 3rd and 3.
Bellarmine next Friday at home for them at 7 p.m. Valley Christian, a very interesting football team. It will be a good challenge for Bellarmine.
I think Bellarmine probably focused too much on their run defense this week at practice. It's probably why they have been lacking in their zone defense.
Weber drops back deep, try to throw it out. Is he getting the first down? Looks like he's tackled short. And it'll be 4th down and another 3 and out.
If I'm Bellarmine, I am going for this. I mean, they're on the 20, but they need some points here. They only got 16 minutes left, or 6 minutes left in the 3rd quarter.
The punt team does come out. Looks like they don't really want to try to get the score anywhere closer.
Is it fair to call this game over?
Not yet. I feel like we got to wait a little bit. that pass, the play before, was caught by Christian Duarte, the tight end. I think maybe if the score is like this entering the fourth quarter, we could kind of call it there. But at this point,
Definitely.
we're playing our backups, and they're playing big. Ball is caught by Dom Oteza. Dom breaking some tackles, still going. Good return there, and he's still going. Unbelievable. They can't tackle him, and he'll go inside the 20. Unbelievable punt return there by Dominic Oteza, almost like he nearly copied Kingston Carolina's punt return there.
Following his footsteps. We'll love to see it.
Dom
He's not the biggest. He doesn't have the most muscle, or he's not the biggest, but he definitely broke those tackles.
Dom Oteza is a junior who plays as a wide receiver and a defensive back. He's 5'8", 150 pounds. We don't really see him play that much so far this season, but that's a great sign of what he can offer for this team next year and maybe possibly throughout the season. Good return there, and that gives Lancers great field position inside the red zone.
Again, the juniors should definitely be happy today. They're looking great. Got a bright future ahead of them.
It's good to see Coach Calcagno getting these guys some minutes, getting these guys the ball a lot.
Dom Oteza, he could definitely catch this. Might be copying Perrion Williams. Toss out.
Tosses it. No, Ramirez gets maybe a yard. 5 minutes left of the third quarter. 41-0 is the score.
Great job from the Lancers so far. I know there have been some alums that have come back to watch this game for the Lancers. I would definitely be happy if I went here and I came back. I would love to see us winning 41-0 against Bellarmine, one of our biggest rivalries.
100%. There's been a lot of attraction towards this game last year and the year before that. We did have few Niners players come watch this game.
I met Huff on the sideline. It was great.
Hufanga came. Tabor Pepper came. A lot of other Niners players came. That was great to see. Here we go. Franzino. He'll hand this off. No, Ramirez not really going anywhere. He's second and 15.
Now let's talk about that return from Dom Oteza. I can't believe he wouldn't go down. That play was looking a little bit of, it looked like King Stoney.
Yeah, and the sideline was hyping him up. They're going crazy. They love to see the junior, who will be someone special, especially next year on this team.
Again, as I mentioned in the pregame, this team loves each other. They're like a family, so they genuinely love seeing each other succeed.
No, Ramirez. Good run there. Breaking tackles. Gets the first down.
Wow, this game's gone out of hand. Bellarmine needs to do something here on defense.
No, Ramirez has been getting the ball a lot. No, Ramirez is a senior, 5'8", 170 pounds. He plays as a running back. It's good to see him getting the ball more and more. First and goal here at the 4-yard line.
See if they can finish the job.
Looks like the Lancers love to line up in this I formation. They'll toss it out to Ramirez. Will he get in for the touchdown? Good tackle there. Stop short.
Great stop from the Bellarmine defense. You haven't seen much of that today. They need to be doing that more. This game has genuinely been so much fun to watch. Literally 2 punt returns. What more can you ask for?
Despite the large difference in score, it's really fun to see a lot of these new faces sort of get a chance to touch the field, get a chance at varsity football. And they've been nothing short of excellent so far today. Especially Franzino's been great. Loa Tuilela has been great. Noah Ramirez getting his first touches on the ball.
Did you see that 60-yard pass, by the way, from Andrew Franzino? That was absolutely perfect.
Here's Noah Ramirez trying to fight his way. Won't get anywhere. Good tackle there. Tackle was made there. Number 6, Henry Clark, who's been the most proficient Bellarmine defensive end.
3rd and goal on the 5-yard line.
Clark has 22 tackles so far this season, extending that after that one.
I'd love to see the backups clutch up right now on 3rd down. It's a big 3rd down for the Lancers.
Damo Teza lining up on the right side. Could we see this ball go to him? No, Ramirez will get it. They'll try to run it in. Goes around the outside. Touchdown! No, Ramirez.
Touchdown, St. Francis Lancers, and they do it again. I cannot believe it. They are absolutely just smothering the Bellarmine Bells. It is really not good for them right now. It's been fun to watch. Everybody going crazy today. Been a great team experience.
47-0.
Night-night.
I think we could safely call this game over unless a miracle happens.
I don't even think a miracle can happen. It's 47-0. That is way too much. That's not even possible in the grand scheme of things. Sorry, Rohan.
Hunter Gossett to take this PAT to make it 48-0.
That is wild. Wait, let's see. What's the record? We're going to go look.
I spoke with Coach Calcagno yesterday before the game, and I asked him about what he expects from his team captains for this big rivalry game. He said, quote, I asked them to lead us to be consistent across the board. Obviously, Bellarmine's record is not what it has been in the years past, and so sometimes you can overlook an opponent based on the record. So we have to do everything in our power just to get ourselves better and work on ourselves and just consistently practice every day, get better, and hopefully the score will take care of itself tonight. And I think Coach Calcagno would easily be satisfied with the fact that all of his players have been consistent tonight. They've been working hard. They've gotten a lot of touchdowns. We've had 6 different scorers here tonight.
The record has been set for the St. Francis Lancers. This is the most points ever scored on Bellarmine in history, and you're watching a historical event today. Love to see it. 48-0. The recent record was 44-24. 44 points scored on Bellarmine in 2021.
Aaron Wong to kick. This will go into the back of the end zone for a touchdown. It's unbelievable how the St. Francis Lancers have worked so hard, and now they've broken the record.
48 points.
For 48
That's
points.
insane. That's so hard to do, man. I can't believe it.
And all 48 points were scored by 6 different players, which is not something you see often, giving the ball to more people than just Kingston Carolina.
Now to think, Bellarmine has not had a single stop on the Lancers offense today.
That is true.
That is not good for them today, if I had to say anything.
That's due to efficient plays there by Franzino, by Knapp, and by these wide receivers getting good separation, allowing them to get these balls in the touchdown. Here we go, Weber. He'll line up at pistol. He'll throw it. Goes on the outside. Tackle there. Flag on the play. Donahue with the carry. I think so far we could obviously say going into this game, a surprise win for Bellarmine would have been a huge turnaround for them after their very slow start. But the Lancers team captains have just shown important leadership qualities so far. Obviously, it's a high-state game. It's the Holy War. It's something that's been happening for a long time now. And it was exciting to see like how they can lead these Lancers to another home victory as well. And hopefully this can spread into the playoffs throughout the WCAL season. And this is a good confidence booster for this team. Get them going for the rest of the season.
This is definitely a night to remember for the St. Francis Lancers. 48-0. These students are going to remember this for the rest of their lives. One of the most fun games that they've ever had.
Ball is caught there by Michael Fox. He'll get a couple yards there.
After this game, Lancers are going to try to continue this. I would love to see it happen.
See if they can crack 50. Less than a minute here in the third quarter.
And I tell you, I mean, again, with how they're going to remember this the rest of their lives, there's nothing like high school football in America. I genuinely couldn't have it any other way. Land of the free in the home of the brave.
Ball is caught. Tackle there. Still will be third down. Luca Bavone with the catch.
It's good that the Lancers are sitting their starters, keeping them healthy, especially because we're playing Midi next Friday at 7 p.m. away.
Luca Bavone has 1 touchdown on the season. That play will actually send us to the end of the third quarter there. 3rd and 9 when we come back for the fourth quarter.
This day has genuinely been so much fun for your two tacos. Rohan and I went and got some Dave's Hot Chicken after school. The vibes have been great today.
Especially, and this win only just rises the vibes here today. This game so far, the second half has been a little slow, obviously after the big lead that the Lancers brought from the first half, but that first half was electric. Seeing so many different scorers, seeing the Lancers with a new look offense, that's something that we talked with Coach Calcagno earlier. He said that's something that he's trying to incorporate into his game entering the season, and that is something that we are seeing today. Almost one of the drives, Lancers passed it on 6 straight plays, which is not something we've seen all season. And it's good to see Carolina sort of getting a break as well. He's been getting a lot of the workload lately.
We're going to send you guys down to the sideline for a quarter review from Eric Fernandez.
It has been a great third quarter for the Lancers, making sure that all strings are getting in their fair share of the play today. Noah Ramirez brings in a lot of hype down there on the sideline, scoring a 5-yard touchdown, bringing and keeping the morale up for the Lancers. Back to you up in the press box.
Michael Fox there with a catch. That will finally bring the Lancers to midfield, moving the chains.
Finally, a good reception from the Bellarmine offense. I've seen absolutely none of that today.
Andrew
Great
Meckers with the tackle.
Morale is really high at Ron Calcagno Stadium today.
Here we go. Weber on their own 42 will hand it off to Donahue. Donahue, good tackle there. Tackle made there by number 80.
All of you guys watching the stream should consider coming down to
Aaron
Ron Calcagno in 2 weeks. Ron Calcagno Stadium has a lot of nightlife. It's been great. Friday night.
Man down on the field for Bellarmine. Something that they've struggled with today. A lot of injuries we've seen so far. Aaron Bonini on that tackle earlier. That would make 2nd and 9. Women's varsity field hockey plays next Tuesday, October 1st versus Los Altos at 4 p.m. St. Francis, come out and support your fellow Lancers. It will be played on Higgins Field.
Our other commentator, Aniket Reddy, he's currently in Arizona. I bet he's bummed he's missing this game right now. So I certainly would be. 48-0. It's a rough one to miss. Happy I'm taking over for him. Aniket, I miss you, man.
Here we go. Lancers defense coming on.
Also, let us know in any of the comments on our videos if you would like to see 3 people on the live stream. Just curious.
Here we go, Weber. On 2nd and 9, drops back, looks to pass. Donahue off his fingertips, incomplete. 3rd and 9 now. Clock still running.
Big third down for Bellarmine. If they don't want to be swept, they need to get this third down.
You know, obviously this game has been very big, a very good St. Francis offensive performance and defensive performance, but what in terms of the Bellarmine offense and defense do you think that they need to improve on the most, as Weber will snap this on third down?
I mean, it hasn't been all the QB's fault.
Wide open there is Luca Pavone, breaking some tackles, still on his feet. Tackle there at the 35. So, Brady, how do you think about what the Bellarmine offense and defense need to improve on going into next week versus Valley?
I mean, it hasn't been all the QB's fault. QB Nick Weber has actually had a decent game today. It's been a lot of drops from his receivers. I would genuinely say that at practice, the receivers should stay for extra hours just catching footballs because they have dropped way too many excusable passes. Literally, I have seen about 5 passes today literally hit their chest and drop to the floor.
That's also due to heavy pressure by some of the Lancers' big game players. Jackson Cahoon, Trevor Dong, Sean McCoy, Kaimani Kainana especially. Here's Weber, who tries to go on the outside, doesn't get much.
I have been waiting for that QB scramble and all of his stats. He has had many rushing yards. Love to see it. Man, the Lancers are having a great time tonight. I see some St. Francis Lancer students in the Bellarmine section. They are just having a great time. Again, the song played right now. Having the time of your life. Genuinely, that's the vibe right now.
Here we go, Weber on 2nd and 9 at the Lancers 34. Heavy pressure there. Ball is caught by Michael Fox. Breaking a few tackles. Good moves there. Tackle down. It'll still be third down. Third and short, it looks like.
Looking like Lancers might not keep the clean sheet. See if they can.
Clock's running. It'll be third and short. Third and inches. Tackle there made by number 36. Here we go, Weber, line up in the shotgun. 3rd and 1. They'll hand off to Donahue. Donahue gets the first down, gets the outside. Will he go in for the end zone?
And he slips through.
Touchdown, first touchdown of the night for Bellarmine.
Hey, great for Bellarmine. Proud of them. They definitely needed that for some morale for their team this week.
That is Donahue's 2nd touchdown of the season. He's been busy tonight. Finally gets that touchdown. Bellarmine student section getting a little rowdy. Here we go. The PAT. Micah Robinson to kick this PAT. Well, Bellarmine do get points on the board, so it will not be a clean sweep for the Lancers. Kick is up and good. Makes it 48-7.
Again, Lancer morale is still high. I have a feeling this is barely going to affect them. I mean, it definitely gives them something to look at during film, something to improve on.
Hopefully, that makes the Bellarmine Bells go home with at least something to have sort of in their game, as this game looks to be a massive blowout.
Definitely. That would be really sad to go home 0 points. I'm happy them that they got 7 points on the board. Definitely increases morale.
Micah Robinson to hit this kickoff. This is being blown out by this like this isn't unfamiliar for the Bellarmine Bells. They've lost by a similar amount versus MA, Menlo Atherton. They've lost a similar amount versus Jesuit. Obviously, so far this season's not been bright. There's a lot of stuff that the Bellarmine Bells need to improve on if they want to get a chance at playoffs this year.
That touchdown was almost good for the Lancers because when they watch film, you can't learn unless you make mistakes. They'll definitely have something to practice with next week.
Micah Robinson kicks us off. It's going to be used the outside of his foot. It's going to go out of bounds, so it will be a flag.
Didn't get too far.
That will improve the Lancers' field position as there's 7 minutes and 14 seconds.
Let's watch this backup offense come back on the field and see if they can do anything. Both sides, the St. Francis defense and the offense has played fantastic today. Definitely give props to both sides. Both sides on the football.
The Lancers will start at the 35-yard line.
I'm curious to see what the stats are after this game. It's definitely going to be some high numbers. Students are going to be breaking records this year for the St. Francis Lancers. Love to see it.
The
40-yard line is where the Lancers will start us off.
7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. 48-7 Lancers.
Here we go, they run it. Noah Ramirez getting the outside. Noah Ramirez still going past midfield, past the 45, into the 43. Explosive run there by Noah Ramirez.
Some great content for the videographers. It's been great. People have been able to break through tackles and get away. Player down for Bellarmine.
Another player down for Bellarmine. Not something you want to see. It's been a rough night. A lot of injuries.
Yeah, you really don't want to see it, especially in the last 7 minutes when the score is this, when the Lancers are at this much of a lead. Sorry about that.
I think we've seen a lot of good come out from Noah Ramirez and Loa. Loa obviously getting his first touchdown of the season. Noah Ramirez has been good. He also got his first touchdown of the season. We've seen his explosiveness. We've seen his ability to read whether he needs to go on the inside or the outside. His ability to sort of slip in to the pockets. That's some really good traits that you want to see. Looks like the player down was number 6, Henry Clark, who's not someone you want to see go down. Henry Clark has been the Bellarmine Bell's best defensive player, and we're praying for him and make sure he has a speedy recovery as he's being helped off on the field.
You hate to see it. I really hope he recovers quick.
Henry Clark, the defensive end for the Bells, had a lot of heavy rushes throughout his season. He's put a lot of pressure on these quarterbacks that he goes against. Sad to see him off. Here's Noah Ramirez running again, gets a good decent amount of yards. This game's winding to a close.
The third string, Braden Hanamoto, is playing QB right now.
Braden Hanamoto had one throw last game versus De La Salle at the end. It's good to see him getting some reps in now as the fourth quarter.
Do you know what's impressive to me? The ability of cheerleaders to be able to go for this long. They are still keeping the rage cage alive for this entire game. It's impressive to me.
Here we go.
Well, he breaks the tackle.
He breaks the tackle, still on his feet, still going. Is he going to get in? Inside the 5. That run was made.
See the way he broke that tackle? That was fantastic.
Keana Aina, the call up here. Flag on the play, though. That was a really good run there. Modo Keana Aina was the man who ran that ball. He was actually got called up from JV. That's great to see him get a good run. Unfortunately, the flag will negate that, but
Makes me genuinely happy.
another Carolina adding to the St. Francis team. 3 Carolinas on the varsity team right now. Adding Moto makes it 4 with Moto Carolina, Kevin Carolina, Kaimani Carolina, and Kingston Carolina.
Football is definitely in their blood.
A lot of Carolinas. And the coach, Carolina.
Yeah.
Coach K. No Ramirez. Short run there, 3rd down. 2 call-ups here today, actually. Moto Carolina, the sophomore fullback, and Jaden Lewis, who's a freshman defensive end, who's also called up. Saw him get a couple snaps here today. It's good to see Coach Valcani calling up some young ones, getting some minutes for them.
As this game's beginning to close, start to summarize. I mean, this game has been fantastic for the Lancers, offense and defense. Holding Bellarmine to 7 points is fantastic for the Lancers.
No, Ramirez with another run. This time he will get the first down.
Looks like they've been averaging about 8 yards per carry today. Bellarmine cannot let that happen next game.
Efficient running by all 3 running backs. Efficient runs from Loa to Ilela, Kingston Carolina, and now Noah Ramirez, who's been able to finish out this game well, constantly moving the ball forward, getting a touchdown earlier. Great to see it.
I'm genuinely excited for these players in the postgame. They're going to have a fun night tonight after this game. Big celebrations for the team.
They run it to Moto Carolina. Won't get much, maybe a yard.
I love watching this team, especially because they're so coordinated, because they're like a family. They get each other and they know each other's next move.
This game will be the St. Francis 136th win versus Bellarmine, as Bellarmine actually has 142 wins versus St. Francis, so St. Francis is looking to catch that number up. This game obviously shows that St. Francis are on the right track to making that St. Francis ahead of Bellarmine in terms of games won. Actually, before this game, 1,205 points were scored for both teams throughout those games, which is pretty incredible. But
this game is great for scouts for Carolina. Many colleges, I would bet, they're going to start playing him as his punt returner. Scored 2 touchdowns today, special teams wise. Fantastic performance.
Run there.
Really sad.
Brian Guzman.
Oh, he's up. Shaking up a little bit. I'm surprised Charles Swall, their best player on the defensive line, he's still out there. I'm surprised they're not sitting their starters.
Brian Guzman, the running back, 5'6", 160 pounds, the junior, getting some reps in. It's good to see.
Are you curious on that, Rohan? Why would they not sit their starters with 1:45 seconds left? Give the bench some time to play. They're constantly waiting.
Now hand it off again. Good run there.
Man, the sideline's having a grand old time right now.
That's a good run there. Number 41, Scotty Malloy. First time he's seen the field this season. He's a 5'9", 180-pound running back. He's a junior. Now just under a minute to go here as the Lancers will take their 3rd win of the season.
This win is well-deserved for the Lancers. You love to see it. They've been working hard all week. Seen them at practice.
They give it to Brian Guzman, who gets another couple yards.
They take no days off, making sure they're out there on the field, getting reps. And you can see it shows. 48-7. Great game for the Lancers.
Looks like they'll wind this clock down, maybe get one more play in. This is a great win. Great win for the Lancers. This will kickstart their season going in versus Midi, especially. That Midi's going to be a great game. Midi's going to obviously apply a lot more pressure than Bellarmine this game.
Definitely. About 14 seconds left. Yeah, they're just going to kneel it.
They will kneel this ball.
What a game, man. 48-7 for the Lancers.
And the St. Francis Lancers take a 48-7 victory here.
We love to see it.
Rage has been brilliant tonight. All of our offensive players have been brilliant tonight. And when I say all, I do mean all, as almost every single offensive player got a snap in tonight. And on the defense, we've seen very, 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 very strong defense.
2 touchdowns on punt returns from Casey K on Island today. What a performance from him. I cannot believe it.
He didn't even play. He played for maybe
Yeah,
a quarter and a half.
That's true. He didn't get the ball much today, but he capitalized when he did. Great game for the Lancers. Good game.
Bellarmine obviously has a lot to work on. And we would like to thank you for watching Lancer Live Entertainment Network. I've been your host, Rohan Goel, here with my partner,
Brady Lang. Great night with him.
and it's been an electric Friday evening, and we would like to thank you for coming along with this journey as the St. Francis Lancers beat the Bellarmine Bells 48-7, and we will see you next time.
I will see you guys.